and you can hear me as well. Let me know in the chat box, everybody. All right. Now let me see how many of you have joined me here. So I can already see Akanksha, Virkeshwar, Ashmita, and others. Good evening, guys. Good evening. This session is live on YouTube as well as on the app. Okay, so you can join us anywhere you want. All right, everyone. And as you keep on joining, just say a quick hi. Akanksha is there. Kinza has already joined. Ashutosh, Musharraf Ali has also joined. All right. Piyush, it has just started. Ayushi, Vandana, Pranita, Tanya, and there is somebody who is saying good evening, but the person does not have any name. It has got a face. Okay. All right. Sonakshi, Aditi, Sahe, Bhumika, Hariom, Komal, good evening. All right, so what is the agenda for today's session? I hope it is very clear. You guys have been with us for a long time. You come to all the sessions regularly, which is quite appreciable, honestly speaking. And you have been working very, very hard. I know almost all of you personally, in the sense, like, you come so often that I know you guys. I haven't seen you really, but I know. And today's session is a revision class, so I'm going to quickly revise your concepts in terms of weakening an argument. Okay, how to attack an argument. You guys are already good in that, I know, but I'm kind of going to revise. So if you have joined me just now, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining. Piyush, Malya, Aparna, Tanishka, you guys have joined on the app, I can see. Chalo, let's begin. Good evening, guys. Good evening. I can see Jagriti, Shrestha, Ajit, and others have joined. Thank you, Prashant Kumar. Thank you. Malia, I'm good. I'm good. All right, everyone. So I will keep this session short for the simple reason that you guys have multiple sessions to attend and you keep on working all the time. And also, I assume that you would revise your concepts after the class also, hai na? So what am I going to do? I am going to quickly start and remind you of a few things first. Okay, let me just quickly remind you of a few things. So first thing first, why are we doing this session? We are doing this session because we want to revise, practice the weakening the argument kind of question. Okay, weakening the argument, I'll repeat. Weakening the argument questions are basically a true test of your future lawyer-giri. What do I mean by that? Whether as a future lawyer you would be good at attacking arguments or not is what weakening the argument questions basically check. Okay, I'm going to ask you very easy short questions on weakening the argument. I want to check whether you guys are absolutely clear with the concept or not, and you are practicing on your own or not. Okay, just that, nothing else. But as is my role, I will quickly remind you of few steps before I give you a question. Okay, so very quickly, I'll not take too much time. I'll be very, very fast here. So now listen to me for 1 full minute. Okay, if you look at any critical reasoning argument, you know that an argument is generally going to consist of a conclusion. Conclusion is the main point, right? It also has some information, facts or information, which is also known as premise. It also has some unwritten facts, okay, unwritten statement. The unwritten statements are known as assumption. Okay, so conclusion is the main point, premise is the facts or info, and assumption is basically the unwritten statements. Now, some questions will ask you to weaken the argument, doubt the argument, which of the following will negate the argument, which of the following will attack the author's main point, which of the following will undermine the author's main point. Same thing, basically weaken the argument. Okay, some questions will ask. Now what you're supposed to do is very simple. You're supposed to understand the main point and just attack the main point. Many methods are there which would say find the assumption first and attack the assumption. Technically that's correct, but it's very difficult to do it in a real exam. Better method is you identify the main point, attack the main point, prove it wrong, simple. Don't go beyond that. Okay, number one. Number two, there are 2-3 points you must remember. If you remember these 2-3 points, it would be easier for you to do these questions. So whenever you are trying to find out weakening an argument answer, just remember 3 basic steps. Okay, first step is find the conclusion. Just find out what is the author trying to say. Number one step, right? Number two, find a relevant option. What do I mean by relevant option? If the conclusion is about recession, then relevant option would talk about something economic or something about recession. If the paragraph is about an elephant, then option would talk about an elephant probably, or something related to elephant. If the main argument is about elephant, and if the option is talking about Mars, then probably it cannot attack. You do not have to find the same idea, but you have to find something similar, right? So relevant option is important. Third, find an option which has extra information. It should be relevant and it should be extra. In other words, remember, in a weakening argument, don't look for an answer which is written in the paragraph. Weakening an argument basically means you have to find extra piece of evidence that attacks the main argument. It will not be written in the paragraph. And last, if possible, always create a shadow answer in your head. Now you ask me, what is a shadow answer? Suppose a paragraph says that sleeping 8 hours is good for health. And create in your own head what kind of an answer, what kind of an option will attack it. The answer option which says sleeping 8 hours is not good for health. That's it. If an option says doing law makes you a lawyer, what kind of an option will attack it? It says doing law will not make you a lawyer. Simple. If you create a shadow answer before you go to the options, doing weakening arguments become very easy. So I'll repeat, find the conclusion, find an option which is relevant, it should have extra information, and the extra information should attack the argument and make it weaker, less convincing, and if possible, create a shadow answer. If you can do all this, weakening the argument questions can be very easy to do. And more importantly, out of 30 questions in CR, if you look at last 2 years paper, you can expect around 5 to 6 questions from weakening the argument type itself, which means it's a pretty important kind of question in critical reasoning. So you must work on it properly, right? So I did not see your chat for some time. I wanted to clarify a few points. Now let me see if there is any relevant question. Okay. All right. Chalo. Now let me see if there is anything relevant which I need to answer. I am good, guys, but of course, kaise ho aap is something that I cannot spend time answering. Nityang Singhal, absolutely very good. Malia, yes. So I think broadly you guys know the method. Hai na? Very good, well done. Chalo, yes. Very good. All right. So can we have a question, please? Sure. Why not? So Here is a very small argument. Okay, please start reading it. 45 seconds, everyone. 45 seconds. After this, I'll show you the question. Nitin Pandey, nope, not at all. Depends on how much practice you have done. Okay, quite doable. I think 45 seconds is good enough for reading this passage. Very short passage, very small passage, है ना? Okay. Done, done, done. All right, everybody. Now, I will not create a shadow answer for you because then it would become very easy. But I'll do it later. Okay, first you tell me the correct answer. You tell me the correct answer first. Send me your answer as fast as you can. Okay. Divya says C, Tanishka says D, Ayushi D. All right. Traffic, you are late. Hariom says B, Pandey Vivek says C. All right, I'll wait for 10 more seconds. Then we would discuss. Okay. Aman C, Aparna D, Aditi, Vandana D, 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 B, 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 D, D, D. All right, I will first show you the correct answer. So the correct answer very clearly is B for Bombay. Now, if you got this question wrong, it clearly means that you need to go back and watch all the classes if you are a regular student here and do some regular basic foundational things. Okay, because this is a very easy question. Now see, how do we do these questions? Okay, first of all, what is the first step, everybody? The first step is find the conclusion first. What is the conclusion? Conclusion is clearly written. Therefore, engineers traveling to factory sites must continue. The author is saying engineers must travel to factory sites. We are the opposition lawyers. We have to attack this argument. We will say, nope, traveling to factory sites is not a good idea. So my answer would be relevant if it talks about why traveling to the site is not a good idea. Correct? Automating them and then traveling to the site. What is the paragraph saying? Without automation, the factories would become technically obsolescent. Therefore, engineers traveling to factories is a good idea. Automation is a good idea. Engineers must travel. We would say automation is not a good idea. Engineers should not travel. That's it. Now read option B. Automation makes the factories more costly, less practical. Better is to build new factories. If this is true, then should you send the engineers and make the factories automated? No, that's it. Therefore, the correct answer is B. Just recognize what is the conclusion of the author. That's it. You don't have to do anything beyond that. I hope it is clear, everybody. If you got it right, well done. If you did not get it right, I hope it's a wake-up call. Okay, let's try again. Time starts. 45 seconds. For this is a little too much, but koi baat nahi. You can still try. Okay. All right, here is the question. Let's see who sends the first correct answer. Mayur Jaiswal. Yes, that's what I expected, or I expect from you guys. Very good. Yes. Now tell me the correct answer. Aram Shankar, send me the answer. Rishti Kataria says A. Okay. D, A, D, D, B. Okay. Shahid says B, A, D. Alright. So I'm getting A, B, A and D mostly. A or D. Okay. D, B, A. Okay. Very clearly, some of you need to revise the concepts. Okay. Please go back and revise. Very important. A, B, D, D, D. Alright, guys. So here is the answer. And it's very obvious that some of you need to revise the concept and work on your foundation. Okay. Now, listen to me very carefully. The correct answer is B, not A. Okay. Now, let's go back to the question. Read the question very carefully. It says, last year, so let's say 2021 and this year 2022. Last year, the rate of increase in newspaper print price was 1.2%. Last year it was 1.2%. But for the current year, it has been 4%. Therefore, the paragraph says, the newsprint prices are on upward trend and the rate will be higher next year. It is saying next year it will be 4% plus next year. It was 1.2% last year. It was 4% this year. Next year it would be 5, 6, 7% or maybe more. We have to attack this argument. What will we say? We will say you are wrong. It is possible that it was 1.2 last year, this year it is 4, but next year it will go up? Not necessarily so. For example, what if I tell you that in 2020 the rate was actually 6% and in 2021 it actually fell, and then in 2022 it went up? And can you be sure that in 2023 it will go up? It might again come down. It may not grow by 4%, it may grow by only 3%, it may grow by only 2%, it may fall. How do you know? Maybe in 2020 it was 0.5%. Then we can see it rose by 0.7% next year, 4% next year. I don't know whether it was 6% or 0.5%. Then how can you be sure that it would grow? So if I have to prove this argument wrong, what do I need to do? I need to tell the person that in 2021 the rate which you are looking at was an accident. You are assuming that it has always been like that. No, it's an accident. Now read option B. Last year a dip in the prices of raw materials used to make newsprint brought the rate of increase in newspaper print temporarily below its recent stable annual level of 4%. Stable annual level of 4%. Now what does it mean? It means that the author is saying 4% is the average price. Last year it just went down to 1.2%, which means in 2021 temporarily it went down for some time. In 2021 it came back to the average, which is 4%. So what will be the price in 2023? Around 4% only, maybe 3.5%, 3.8%, 4.2%. It won't increase. Don't worry. There was a huge increase here. Why? Because the price in 2021 fell suddenly. But it won't be like that because it's going to be average 4% only. This is what option B is talking about. Is it clear, everybody? So very clearly, You may underestimate weakening the argument questions, but they are not to be underestimated, correct? And they are going to be a large chunk of the questions you are going to get. You would be in for a surprise. Please revise the concepts, do some questions, and then only go. I hope it is clear, everybody. All right. Your time starts now. Sania Siddiqui, I would recommend using headphones. Okay. Read? Done? Okay. I hope you have found the main idea of the author. If you don't find the main idea, you can't do this question. For that matter, any weaken the argument question. Hai na? Okay. Can I have the answer, please? If you did not get the main idea of the author, you will not be able to do this question very clearly. So let's see who does it first. All right, Malia is saying D. Okay, we'll wait. Pitambar says A. Okay. Kirti B, Shrishti D. Vandana D. Very good, very good. That's what I call a marvelous performance. D. Everybody is saying D except a few here and there. Saurabh is saying A. Everybody else is saying B. Is saying D. Asmita is saying B. Jagriti is like, okay, everybody is saying A or B or D. Let me say C. कुछ भी चल रहा है. Alright, everyone, let's see what is the correct answer. Oh, correct answer is A. Something is not right. Now Jakteshwar has sent like 10 or 11 answers. So I hope it is clear, right? And I'm pretty sure some of you are shocked, maybe, I'm not sure, right? Okay. All right. So what did we do wrong? Let's understand. What do you think you did wrong? I'll tell you the secret. You did not understand the author's main point. You did not understand the author's main point. Simple. And that is why you got wrong answer. Now understand the author's main point. Then we'll create a shadow answer. Then we will go to the options. Okay. It says, author, now listen to me very carefully. Author says, most anthropologists study modern day societies of hunter-gatherers. Okay, they study modern day hunter-gatherers to learn about ancient ancestors. And then the author says, this strategy is wrong. This strategy is wrong. And then the author gives a reason. Author says, because hunter-gatherer societies are different from each other. How can you study a society of today to learn about the society of 2000 years old or 5000 years ago? Because every society is different. Understand like this. Suppose there is somebody who is studying you to understand about your family members who existed 200 years back. And I tell the person, you are wrong. How can you study someone today learn about the person's family members 200 years back, because everybody is so different. You are not doing it right. You have to attack this argument. Argument is what? Every society is different. How can you study one society to learn about the other? Now create a shadow answer, guys. Create a shadow answer. Create a shadow answer. Every society is different. Every society is different. Don't study it. What is the shadow answer? What is the weakening statement? Even if every society is different, something is common between them. That is why we should study them. Yes or no? Let me know in the chat, everyone. Everyone. Every society is different, don't study. What is the counter argument? Even if they are different, they have something in common. Or you can say they are not really different. They may look different, they are not different. Now go to the options. Which option talks about societies not being different? Which option is talking about something being similar, common? Absolutely, only one option does that. Option A. So congratulations for getting this question wrong by not reading and finding the author's main idea. Correct? And I think I have been talking about finding the author's main idea for last 3,000 years. Correct? Even before Christ was born, I was talking about it. And you guys are equally adamant. No matter what, I will not find the main idea. Do whatever you feel like. We will not find the main idea. We will not read the argument correctly. Do whatever you want. Yes or no? All right, let's move ahead. Obviously, I can't explain every question in a very, elaborate manner. Don't have that kind of time, but you can try. All right, guys, your time starts now. Please read it quickly. Yes, please. Jaldi se. Prashant says he listens to his heart. Prashant, your heart is not writing CLAT, right? Your brain is. Give your brain a chance. Done? All right. Question time, everyone. Answer, please. Answer, please. Jaldi, jaldi. Answer, please. C, 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 B, C, B, C, B, C. All right. C, mostly B or C. Chalo. But also A, ones or two students. All right, everyone. Let me tell you the correct answer. The correct answer is, and I'm very glad that a lot of you got the answer right. The correct answer is C. Well done. Bahut badhiya. All right, everyone. Let me quickly tell you why the answer is C. What is the main point? The main point is that dengue fever parasite which resides in the body, are eliminated from a person's body after 90 days. Parasite cannot travel to new generation of red blood cells, and therefore any fever that develops in a person more than 90 days after that person has moved to a dengue free region is not dengue fever. What are we supposed to say? We are supposed to say, what nonsense, it is a dengue fever, it is dengue fever, 100%. Now the person will say, but the dengue fever parasite is eliminated after 90 days and the person is in a dengue free region, then how can he get dengue fever? Then we would say, wait, you thought the body eliminates the dengue parasite after 90 days. It stays in the body, may not be in the red blood cells but somewhere else. It may be hiding somewhere. That's exactly the answer. Read. In some cases, parasites that cause dengue fever travels to spleen, which are less frequently eliminated from a person's body than are red blood cells. So how can you get dengue in an area where there is no dengue parasite? It's in your body. Where is it? In the spleen. That's it. I hope it is clear. And remember guys, option B is talking about dengue symptoms other than fever. It's not talking about fever at all. So option B is as it is out. Only option C can be the correct answer. I hope it is clear. Try to create shadow answer. It makes your life much easier. All right, everybody. Next one. Time starts now. Jaldi. Okay, I'm very pleased to know that some of you did not know that dengue is pronounced as dengue. I earlier was trying to teach you CR. Now I think I will take more classes on English as well. All right, everyone. Very easy question. If you get this question wrong, please listen to probably Tony Kakkar for 2 hours straight, okay, without pause. Here is the question, everybody. Tanishka, less frequently, okay? So if possible, you can also join YouTube, the chat there. Ayeshama says, sir, please tell what is this. Ayeshama, this is a class on critical reasoning. Okay, we are revising a concept called weaken the argument. All right, guys, what is the correct answer? Who will send me the correct answer? Jaldi. Chalo, let's see. Arshia has sent already. Ali. Mostly B. Some are saying A or D also. Okay. B. Okay, so majority of the class is saying B. Let's see what Computer G is saying. Congratulations, everyone. Well done. If you had gotten this question wrong, I would have blown my roof for sure, right? Because this is pretty easy. This is like, please do this at least, right? What is the argument, everyone? The argument is that therefore replacement of button pressing keyboards with the touch screen keyboard will result in immediate reduction of typing costs. Conclusion is saying cost will go down. So what is the counter argument? What nonsense, cost will go up, or at least it will not go down. What is option B saying? More expensive, frequent repair means more kharcha, more expenditure, cost will not go down. End of the story. Ho gaya answer. I hope it is clear, everybody. All right, next one, please. Nityang Singhal says B for Babu Shona. This is really funny, Nityang. Okay, Do send me your CLAT score, Nityank. I am looking forward to it for sure. Noreen, yes. In weakening the argument, strengthen the argument, assumption questions, you always have the correct answer as extra information. Okay. All right, everyone. Oh, I forgot to start the timer, but I hope you have read it by now, everybody. This question is very interesting question, okay, because of the options. I'll show you the options also. Chalo. Here is the question, everybody. If you have understood the argument, very easy to do. Very, very easy. Let's do. Arnav says, sir, do we have enough time to study for CLAT? Arnav, if you specify the year, I would be more helpful. Yes, please. What's the correct answer? Sakshi Chiller. Yes. Hi. Chalo. Let me see. D, B. You need special talent to get this question incorrect. B, D, B, D, D, C, D, C, D, B. Okay. Very clearly, you have not understood the main idea, right? If you're getting it wrong. Okay. So let me tell you the correct answer first. The correct answer is D for Delhi. Now let's understand what is the main idea. It says the concern that roller skates with rubber wheels are more dangerous is clearly borne out. Borne out basically means what? Is clearly shown by the fact that the number of children injured while skating was much higher last winter than it was 10 years ago. I'll read it again. Read it with me once. The concern that roller skates with rubber wheels are more dangerous is clearly established by the fact that the number of children injured while skating are much higher much higher last winter than it was 10 years ago. So the paragraph is saying that rubber wheels are more dangerous. Why? Because look at the accidents. Right? Now let me give you some figures here. Let's say 2011 to 2021 figures are available, and then 2022. This is 2022. If I look at the last 11 years, 10 years data, what I see is that there were 500 accidents while skating with rubber wheels. And if I look at the last year data or this year data, there are 5,000 accidents. Correct? So I'm concerned now. Oh my God, roller skates with rubber wheels are more dangerous. Correct? Because if you look at the last winter data and last 10 years data, you can clearly see that there are more accidents now when kids are using rubber wheels. Now as a lawyer, what is my job? I will say, what nonsense, bakwas. Rubber wheels are not that dangerous. What are you saying? Rubber wheels are not that dangerous. You are looking at the data, but they are not that dangerous. Now look at option 1. A few children still use traditional roller skates with wooden wheels. The paragraph is about rubber wheels, right? Option A is out as it is. How can it attack? Not even relevant. Okay, next. Very few children wear any kind of protective gear such as helmets while skating. If that is true, then it was true last year also, it was true 10 years back also, right? So how can you attack an argument using information which is true for both years? This is also out. I have to prove what? Rubber wheels are not that dangerous. Option B says few children wear protective gear. So how is that related to Rubber wheels, that is one. Second, it is true for the data of last year and 10 years back. How will it attack? Many skating injuries occur when a skater collides with a tree, rock, or another skater. Rubber wheels are not that dangerous. This is true for rubber wheels made from wood, wheels made from bottles, wheels made from, I don't know, snow, whatever. How is this relevant? Now read option D carefully. Option D says roller skates with rubber wheels can be used in a much wider variety of snow conditions than skates with wooden wheels can. Snow conditions. Pay attention, everybody. What is option D saying? You have not understood. Option D is saying that you are looking at the data of children getting injured this year versus 10 years back. 10 years back they were using wooden wheels. Now they're using rubber wheels, correct? You are saying rubber wheels are more dangerous. They are not. Problem is that kids are using these skates under different snow conditions. For example, earlier maybe when it snowed a lot, kids did not go out. When the snow was, let's say, 2 feet, the kids did not go out. But now they have rubber wheels, so they are going out more. They are doing stunts probably under a lot of snow conditions, which earlier they were not doing, and that is why they are meeting with accidents. So whose fault is this? I hope you understand the argument here. The snow conditions are making it more hazardous for them. Rubber wheels per se are not problem. Rubber wheels per se are not the problem. They are making them go and explore more, take more risks and things like that. That is why the accidents are taking place. This is what option D is saying. That is why it is attacking the argument. The question was very easy because option A, B and C are absolutely irrelevant options. You have only one option left, which is D. I hope you understood how to approach these questions. One thing I can very clearly see, and that is that some of you do not try to understand the argument at all. You attack the argument straight away without understanding what the argument is saying. I hope the last question was clear. Try this one very quickly, everybody. Now let me see the chat also. All right, Trasik. Harsh Pandey, definitely. Sakshi, yes, that's correct. Vandana says, how many questions are there? A lot of them. All right, everyone. Prashant, don't try these things in actual paper, okay? This one again is very easy. The main point is written directly, है ना? Very easy. Now let's see. Prashant said, I have observed that the longest option is generally the correct answer. Prashant, all the very best. Trasik says this is easy. 100% people would get it right. Trasik, you have no idea about how some of the students attack arguments. They simply use tic-tac-toe method. कुछ भी लगा दो. All right, everyone. Can I have the answer, please? I told you. Shahe believes in throwing dart in the dark. It's bound to hit something. Chalo, let's see. I told you, no? Don't underestimate questions, huh? All right, here is the correct answer, everybody. Now, I hope it is very clear, Trasik, that we should never underestimate questions or underestimate the absence of reading abilities among humans. Correct. The correct answer is C. It's a terribly easy question. Argument is saying this diet explains the long lives of people in Bistar. This diet explains means diet is the reason why people live longer in that area. Correct? And the information is saying it's milk based food, increase longevity, right? They drink milk, they eat paneer, and they live longer. This diet is the reason. I have to attack it, so I have to say, what nonsense. You are saying milk etc. based food is making them live longer. Many of these people came here when they were in their middle ages, when they were 45, 50 years old, or after they retired, they came here. Now, how can you say that milk-based food is making them live longer? When they came here, when they were already past their prime. How is medical expense relevant here? How is hiking, skiing, and other outdoor activities make it a favorite destination for vacationing Bellarians? Vacationing. And you are marking A as your answer. Paragraph is talking about people who live there. Option A is talking about people who come there on vacation. Very clearly, you are not even creating shadow answers. And Bistar region is least populated. You are choosing that also. I hope it is clear. Suppose I say in the city X, people eat rice and therefore they live longer. What if I tell you that, but in city X, half the people come from Japan and they eat fish there, not rice? Then I'm attacking your argument, no? That rice is the reason for longevity. Because they have been eating fish all their lives. I hope it is clear. So please go back and revise. I honestly thought it was pretty doable question. Time starts, everyone. All right. Here is your question. Create a shadow answer and then check the options. It would make your life easier. Right? Done. All right. Can I have the answer? Mayur says ये पक्का easy है. All right. Ali says D for Delhi. Let's see. Tanishka Gupta says C. Vandana D. D. All right. D. All right. I'll show you the answer. The correct answer is D. Well done. Well done, because I think probably 85% of you got it right. Not bad. Well done. All right. Let's see what could have been a shadow answer. It says decrease in the consumption of carbonated soft drinks must have been caused by consumer awareness of harmful effects of sugar. People have discovered that sugar has harmful effect. That is why they are not drinking it. We have to say what? We have to say what nonsense. They are not drinking it because of some other reason. It is not awareness. Which option? Option D talks about price. That's it. It talks about price. It gives you another reason why people are not drinking. You said sugar, awareness about sugar. Option D says no, it's the price. That is why people are not drinking. Okay, answer. That's it. I hope it is clear. All right, everybody. Alifia, absolutely. All right, guys. I hope you read it very, very fast. It's slightly long and slightly hard also. So can we have the answer, please? Or rather, sorry, question, please, and then the answer. I am giving a little extra time in this because it's a slightly long paragraph. Okay, little more time. Chalo, here is the question, everybody. This is slightly hard, okay? You have to think very, very carefully to get it right. If you want, I can show you the paragraph once again, okay? Or you can send me the answer if you don't need to read it. Chalo, I have got the answer. Pitambar A, Amrita B, A, B, A, D, D, B, A, D, D, D. This is a hard question, but you would learn a lot from this question. Okay, I'll show you that. Okay, chalo. 90% of the batch is saying D, but the answer is not D. The answer is B for Bombay. Okay. So now pause here. Let me quickly explain two things. First of all, remember, what is the question saying? Have you noticed? Most weakens the leader of opposition's argument. You have to attack what? You have to attack the leader of opposition's argument. And what is the leader of opposition's argument? Let's find out. The leader of opposition is saying that the Prime Minister is wrong when he refutes our criticism that his cancellation of the slum redevelopment projects in the district ruled by our party is an act of vengeance against us. Remember, guys, listen to me very carefully. Then you would get the right answer like this. Prime Minister, what is, let me explain it like this. Opposition. What do you think the opposition will say? Prime Minister is wrong. Correct? What is the Prime Minister saying? Prime Minister is saying that we are not cancelling the redevelopment plans out of jealousy or hatred. We are not doing that. Opposition is saying, Prime Minister is saying we are not cancelling it out of vengeance. Opposition is saying Prime Minister is wrong. And we have to prove which statement wrong? Opposition statement wrong. We have to, I hope you guys understand, we have to show that the Prime Minister is correct. Cancellations are not being done by the Prime Minister out of vengeance. In other words, Prime Minister is not cancelling projects left, right and center and all the projects. He is hardly doing it. Opposition is wrong. Prime Minister is not doing it. This is the correct answer. Now read the options, guys. Which option is saying that Prime Minister is not doing any harm or almost no harm? Which option is doing that? You would see the answer straight away in front of your eyes. Yes or no? Correct. Only one option talks about it. Look at the other options. Option D talks about cost. We have to say the opposition is wrong. Prime Minister is not doing all this. Which option is doing that? Only option B is doing that. I hope it is clear, everybody. All right. So Trasic now said that Trasic says, I swear in next question I'll try to turn into a horse. All right, Trasic, I will not give you that opportunity. I'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here. If you are free, you can also come for the app session. App का वहाँ स्वागत है. Okay. Bad joke, but I hope you get it. But before I move on, let me also remind you that I would see you tomorrow, day after, and you would have sessions by Nivedita ma'am as well. So please don't miss them. And you would have a live analysis of CLAT and ALET both on 19th and 26th. So make sure you do come and join us there. You can also join us on various social media platforms. I'll see you again. Thank you so much for joining me here, everybody. Bye bye, everyone. Please take care. Keep on working very, very hard, and I'll see you tomorrow again. Thank you, everyone. Please take care. Bye bye.